welcome back again to another podcast of Insightful Buffoonery. And today we have another special guest. But one thing about this podcast is that it's going to be intertwined with the one we did previously with the sea lion, a.k.a. fucking Johnny Pukes, or Boston Johnny.
Johnny Pukes, Boston Johnny.
Also known as Josh's brother.
Also known as Josh's brother, big brother.
Fucking scumbag of a brother.
Okay, so our guest today is Josh's father, Mr. Richard Heatherston.
Mr. Rolling Stone.
Allegedly.
Mr. Rolling Stone himself in the building.
That's what his mom says, and the document to his
allegedly.
birth. Okay, so
all right,
he's
man.
allegedly your dad.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Allegedly.
So, well, Richard, it's good to have you here.
Oh, thank you for sending me on the show.
Oh, yeah, man.
Sending me?
Sending you?
Where did I come from, huh?
Requesting you?
Yeah,
requesting to have you on
requesting
here?
you.
Definitely.
He watches a lot of VLAD TV. As he calls it.
I do.
He calls it VLAD.
VLAD?
VLAD.
What the hell's VLAD?
His name is Vlad.
Vlad.
But when he told me, I was like, what are you watching on YouTube? He's like, oh, I'm watching this VLAD TV. I was like, you mean Vlad?
Vlad?
But
well, what is Vlad? Is on
he's
YouTube?
like a...
Give us a background on this Vlad guy.
He's like
the
an
hip hop.
interviewer.
He interviews the hip hop or gangsters and the music industry people.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Okay, so he showcases like the.
He kind of gets them to confess to some things that they probably
Yeah,
shouldn't say. But
he asks them a lot about their criminal backgrounds and.
Oh, so he gets in depth with them, real personal.
he tries.
Yeah, he tries.
Oh, okay.
Some people are smarter not to answer. Some people are
so
dumb.
does he like offer them refreshments and?
I mean,
and
I'm not on
that-
the show. I
Right.
haven't seen it on there. He's just.
Yeah, I never heard of this.
But anyways, my dad likes to watch VLAD.
VLAD.
Yeah, VLAD.
the fucking world of VLAD of
The wor-
hip hop and
VLAD TV.
VLAD
Shout out to
TV.
VLAD.
Shout out to VLAD TV. So if any of you guys ever watch it, Mr. Richard here is a longtime viewer of that program.
It started 3 years ago.
Three. Oh, so
This man over there, he got a little LVAD bag, so I had stuck in the hospital.
Yeah.
It was like 2 a.m.
right.
And this dude wanted some like fresh warm blanket out of the damn oven the warmer they have.
VLAD did?
No,
I
this
didn't.
guy.
Okay.
I requested.
So he
You
had me on
requesting
duties,
some-
yeah.
So something to make you comfortable while you're
Yes.
staying in the hospital,
Fighting for my life.
fighting for your life. Where
Yes.
your dad was like, "Fuck."
I was
man.
fighting for sleep, man. Like, hey,
Yeah,
can he
trying
just
to
go to
fight
sleep
to
for a
sleep.
little
He's
bit?
like, fuck it. And this guy might allegedly be my son. I don't know.
Hey, can I unplug him for a little bit?
He's like, allegedly.
So can I unplug this thing for a second?
Yeah.
Hey, let me get something to drink.
So I can go and lay down for a second?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All while under that umbrella of allegedly.
All under that umbrella of
Oh.
allegedly being
Allegedly.
your father.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
In fact,
see that.
after my surgery, he dropped me. After my heart surgery.
I heard that.
Yeah,
I
he
heard
dropped me.
you were trying to either get out of the bed.
Yeah, you have to hold like this. And
Right.
You have to. They're supposed to assist
And
you
your dad got
gently.
distracted by VLAD or something.
My show was coming out. I had to go.
and he was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, he just dropped me. And when I fell and I landed, he just looked at me and said, "Oh." Yeah, he made
And
that.
they just cracked open your chest.
Yeah, they had just cracked up.
But he had good form. He was like this.
Yeah, I had great
So
form.
you're
with
already in the motion of tucking and rolling.
Right.
essentially, yeah.
Essentially, yeah. So when you hit whatever the bed, then you
The
just kind of
hospital
rolled
bed.
yourself and.
No, I kind of just laid there in agony for at least a minute as the pain was jolting through my body.
And your dad was like, "Oh, hold on, what the hell
Oh
is this?"
shit!
Oh, his brother's here.
Oh shit! So now,
Fucking syndrome's here.
Johnny's brother to many people.
fucking Gaza Strip Johnny just showed up out of the rain.
Yeah, fucking me noise here.
Hey, he's like a gremlin
So
after 10
What
o'clock.
I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let Johnny sit on this mic.
Oh,
and-
shit.
Oh, you don't have? Okay, Johnny's gonna sit in the
he's
background.
strictly viewership today.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's strictly in the background to view.
That's
this.
my agent.
Oh, that's your.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he
your-
told me to come on the show.
Oh,
Oh, your agent did.
Yeah.
so
Okay,
when you
Gaza
look at
Strip
him when
Johnny
you're not sure if
advised
you should
you.
answer a question, you're just gonna look at him and see what he tells you.
I look at him and say, what would I do at that age?
What would
And
I-
whatever he says is probably what I would have done
You think so?
or did.
Or have already done allegedly?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Or
So, Dad,
allegedly.
how many kids you got out here?
I got 4.
You got 4. You got
That you
4
know
running
of,
around.
or 4 for
4
sure?
that's, that I know.
That you know. Okay, all right.
That claimed that I'm the father.
One real quick question. When you came out here, you were eating a shish kebab.
Oh. I wish.
And those shish kebabs were quite delicious, were they not?
Were they
Quite
not?
Quite.
delicious.
And who was the catering service for
Patches Catering. He's got kebabs, white rice, chicken wings.
that? Patches Catering.
Patches Catering.
The whole kabang.
He
He
has
got the whole shebang.
And you're a bit of a food connoisseur because during your previous job,
You have a big
traveled
heart on
quite
for
extensively and tried different restaurants and that, and different gas stations and
Ethnicities. How about we use that?
ethnicities.
Johnny told me that. My agent Johnny. Is that right?
No, I don't
no,
think so.
I don't think that is right.
I don't think ethnicities.
But
Hey,
we'll go with that. We'll
Let's
go with
practice that word downstairs
You
before I
guys
came
were
up here.
practicing words?
We practiced it wrong.
I spelled it and he said it.
I can't spell so good.
I can't spell so good or speak so well.
For
Danny.
food, though, you have a big heart on for the Laotian sausage.
Laos sausage is good.
It's a really good sausage.
No child
It's
left
really
behind.
good.
Is
It's just the right spice. Speaking of that, one day I went to the store, the Asian store.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name. It's up there on Ruth in 94.
Ruth in 94 you went
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
How
I got some from the deli, but I also wanted some to barbecue on the grill.
Right.
Oh, they had
But-
barbecue on the grill.
But I was looking for, I didn't know the brand. I was looking for the sausage.
Right.
What kind of sausage?
What is it again?
Like a Johnsonville sausage?
Laotian sausage.
Laotian
Oh,
sausage.
Laotian.
Yes.
What ocean is that?
I never heard. I must have missed that in geography.
Right.
There's that Pacific Ocean.
There's that Pacific
That
Ocean.
Pacific Ocean.
Hey, Johnny, where's that ocean at?
Pacific Ocean.
Oh, okay. So you're looking for that Laotian
Sausage.
which is
Yes.
quite tasty, I hear.
But I was mad because I didn't know what it was called, Laotian sausage.
Right.
So I'm looking for the sausage, and I asked the guy that works there who was unloading fish and stinky.
What?
I said, "Where's your sausage?" He said, "Over there, over there."
Over there.
Over there.
So I looked, and he was kind of angry, so I didn't want to bother him again. So I
Oh, you're disturbing the man. while
ordered
he
from the
was-
deli and left.
Damn.
But now you know Laotian sausage.
Laotian sausage.
And then, not to go back to that particular place and anger the merchant.
or wear
the clerk,
one of the masks.
Or wear one of those masks.
Oh, you have to wear the
protect
mask there?
yourself.
No.
Oh.
You should because of the smell sometimes when they do the fish.
Well,
You know, Asian
generally,
stores-
Asian
It's a
stores-
very pungent smell.
Oh, yeah, there's the word there, pungent.
That's Jerry's word of the day.
I learned that.
Hey, agent,
word
can we
from a
Google
rich
that?
white
Pungent?
lady.
I want to agree. I want to know what it is before I agree to it. Okay.
It's
I
very
learned that word
pungent.
from a very rich old white lady who described.
Pungent too, huh?
She was quite pungent.
Hey, kind of like when I came in here, that I smelled something. It was pungent.
Yeah.
And I looked over there. It was probably, I think it was coming off the dog that's sitting over there in the chair over there.
Oh, are you
know the
referring to
cartoons?
Moo Moo?
With the
You know, they have the
dangerous
fumes
with
that-
the dangerous bacteria infection in his
yeah,
ear.
the hyena of the ghetto.
Are you trying to say my Moo Moo was like Pigpen with that little cloud of fucking smoke around him, dirt, debris?
Hey, but he got fleas too. He got the worms following him. He got.
Man,
First case of mad cow.
If you name it,
Yeah.
your
Moo
dog
Moo?
got it.
Moo Moo is a
He got
very
gout.
clean,
He got
high.
mad cow disease somehow.
He does not have mad cow because he's a dog. How would a cow?
How is he gonna go moo?
Yeah, just because he goes by the name Moo
He
Moo.
fucking looks like a cow. Look at him. He's fucking fat.
Oh man, I thought that was a judge-free zone, man. Now you're
No,
talking about.
that's-
Hey, can we get this guy to show everybody the dog though?
Oh yeah, man.
He's gonna be part of the production, I think.
Show the fans.
Oh
show,
man,
show,
the fans
show
want to
him.
see the Moo Moo.
Show
Hey, they said when he passes, they're gonna have him stuffed and then just put him on the table
Your
right
two
here.
fans being Short Round and Alex want to see the moo moo.
Why you covering him up? Show the whole movie.
Look at, let
Yeah,
him
that's
speak.
the Moo Moo.
Show him.
Everybody sees the Moo Moo.
Show him the infection in his ear.
Yeah, he has no affection. Look at.
Yeah.
The
Speaking
affection.
of pungent, that ear used to be pungent.
Speaking of pungent,
Right, is that correct
Speaking
there,
of pungent,
yeah, it's very
Mr.
smelly. His ear is very smelly.
Mr.
No, it's
Engineer? So
Yes.
you're the engineer of the show?
he is quite the engineer.
Not what's it? Licensed, bonded, or insured?
Oh, no LLC?
No LLC.
He's not an LLC yet.
No,
Oh,
He's a very terrible.
I'm just a guy with a computer.
I was thinking, oh, he's
And a
also the
mixing board.
chef,
And a
you know,
mixing
the
board.
guy that
And a
marinates
couple
the
of
meat.
microphones from
I am.
China.
Head executive of what was it? Patches Catering.
Patches Catering.
Patches Catering.
He has one good eye. We're trying to figure out which one it is.
Are you really
Oh, I
surprised
think
you
he
don't
quite
know?
knows what.
We
what
all
I
took
did.
bets on
They
it.
like to say I got the Forrest Whitaker, which I do not, and
No,
I
he does
hold
not.
high offense to.
He does not
No, I
have
don't.
the fourth way.
Shut up.
Colin Farrell sometimes
At least I can read, bastard. At least I can spell, bastard.
Hey, at least you can count, huh?
Yeah.
You can add, huh,
Hey,
John?
hey, spell Forrest Whitaker. How about that?
shit.
Hey, these two got to go grocery store together so
Yeah.
one can read the
Shut
food
up.
item and the other
That
one can
is
know
correct.
if they have enough money.
So one can push
That's
the
because
cart.
our fucking dad wasn't there to teach us the alphabet or numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, did you step out for some milk and came back 5 years
Yeah,
later?
came back a little while. It wasn't his fault though. He said there was a thunderstorm, the power went out, and
He
he went
got
to the
lost?
wrong home. Yeah.
Yeah, he took a
And
right when
he said he
took a
kept
left.
going to the wrong home, and he just
Oh, he
couldn't.
kept
Yeah.
going to the wrong crib.
Yeah.
Sounds like leap year.
They just kept moving on me.
Yeah.
Every time I get closer, they just moved.
They moved.
You
on.
missed them by 2 days, they would say when I got there.
Yeah. He's
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah.
Okay. So now back to what we are just talking about, Richard. Your vast travels of dropping off appliances here and there. So did you enjoy that work?
In the beginning, probably for like a dummy for the first probably 5 years.
The first 5 years?
6 years, I looked at it as getting paid to get worked out and get a tan in the summer.
Oh, did you? So you kind of had that mentality
You had it like
until
a giant
reality set in and
blanket.
said, "What the fuck am I doing?"
Till age, I kept getting older. Slowly but
Until
surely.
age was catching
Sure.
up to you.
Yeah.
slowly but surely.
So what was the most fucked up appliance you ever had to bring to somebody's crib?
The most fucked up appliance. There was many. There's a lot.
There was many.
Yes.
That you had to walk up like
Many
flight-
times I went above and beyond the Call of
the
Duty.
Call of Duty.
Yes.
You went
Of
beyond the Call of
installing
Duty.
a fridge,
Of
or was installing not?
getting the appliance itself to the house.
Really?
I have a story. One time in the wintertime, it was a house out in the country, and it was a hill, it was a snowstorm, and it was just snowing like crazy the day before.
Had the same story.
So we get there, and my driver, he's like, "Hey, we're not gonna make it. We're not, we can't get up
We're
that
not
hill.
gonna make
This
it.
truck will get stuck." But I kept saying, "Well, what, man? You a pussy or what?" Because I want him to get stuck, really. So then we have to wait for a tow truck, and then
Oh,
you
so
sit
you're
there
trying to
for-
kill time
Or as they say, milk the clock.
Milk the clock.
in a snowstorm?
No, it's snowstorm the day before, but the
so
snow
there-
was fresh.
Okay,
and
so
it
it
was
was the day after the snowstorm.
yes. So, anyways,
He's trying to just get stuck.
I keep telling him, "Hey, you a pussy? You can't get up there." So he got mad. He put it in reverse, went up the hill, right?
Yeah.
So he folded.
So he folded. I should have folded, but I got out the truck and put the lift gate and went in the back of the truck. And we're at, I don't know, degrees of hills. It was, what is this, 45?
So it was
Maybe
quite
45. And so I'm in the back, and I think we're rolling a little bit. I think we're moving. So I'm like, So I get out to the edge of the truck, and we start to move down this hill.
Mm-hmm.
And at the hill there's the road that brought you to the property,
steep. Right.
and then there's an open field. So if you go down the hill, you're gonna skip over the road and then end up in the field. So he looks at me. He grabs the back of the lift gate. He's this, I'll call him rotund. No, no. He was this stocky young native kid.
Is that word of the day? New word of the day.
Rotan.
Your mission is to use that in the sentence before this episode's over.
Okay,
All
Rotan.
right, continue.
I don't know what the fuck Rotan is.
You'll figure it out.
So he goes and grabs the back of the lift gate, thinking he's gonna hold the truck, right? So we still start sliding down the back of the hill, and I'm on the edge of the truck, and I'm thinking, shit, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna jump off here or wait till we get down more where it's different,
Right.
And I was like, shit. So it starts rolling, it starts going down the hill, sliding. I'm like, dude, you gotta run next to it, and hit the brake. And he's like, what? So he did. He took off. He started running down the side of the truck. Did like in the movies. Opened the door, jumped in, and he had to turn because the keys were in there. It starts on down. He had to turn it on in order for the brake. But yeah, halfway down the hill, I think he stopped it.
Okay. I wasn't quite following that.
What?
I really wasn't quite following that
How
story.
really be not listening?
See how he gets when the dog's on his lap?
How really be not listening?
You just told that whole story. You didn't really hear it.
I heard it, but I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? I was thinking to myself, okay, the guy, he's holding the back on the
Right
lip.
now, my dad's thinking.
Hey,
This,
Nimoy, tell him the story here.
right now, my dad's thinking this would never happen on VLAD.
No. Please, I wouldn't allow this.
This would never happen on fucking
Why
V-Lab.
interrupt like that?
Okay.
Okay, so I wasn't really following.
I was just playing with my minimal
What a
right here. I was
fucking.
putting my fingers
I'm
in my
sorry,
mouth.
man. I was trying to picture this guy
That was
running
so
down the side of
profound.
the truck, jumping into the truck. But I thought you were going to tell me, like, the fucking appliance fell out of the truck and rolled down the hill, or maybe might have tried to crush one of you guys.
You thought a crazy chase?
So you were expecting for almost a death
To end
story,
badly?
a near death.
Yeah, I think I was expecting something
You're kind of a
funny,
dick.
something bad, but but funny to happen.
You're kind of a dick.
Well, there was times where appliances was you got to strap them, and they get wobbly, and they start leaning.
Right.
You got to walk up a plank, and then the guy that you're working with maybe doesn't know how to do it,
Life
Right.
is-
so it starts
So
wobbling.
it's almost like when you and I were moving that
You just push it.
that piano, and you brought those moving straps,
Yeah.
and you're working with somebody that never used them,
Yeah.
and I think I
A
nearly
buffoon.
fucked up your back besides my back.
Right.
And note to the viewers that if you ever move a fucking piano, do not do it by well, it's only two people, because in that piano there was quite a bit of that heavy piece of metal in
So
there.
you haven't learned from 1920s TV shows or 1920 short films?
No, I didn't know.
See, and that's
And
why I
I-
think
and I-
all diabetics should just be able to get like free money. Like they shouldn't have to work and hurt somebody
so
else.
here's the thing, though. I thought when we went to go get that piano, that you would have told me how heavy a piano was, since you're an experienced mover.
Did you have any?
He told you about the piano. He said, "Mijo, it's just a piano, right?"
Yeah, that's how you told me.
Okay, piano is just what? What would you think? Just one thing with black and white keys.
Like a electric piano or a keyboard? Or...
Well, piano
No,
is like a
floor
piano.
a standing, a standing piano.
Well, I wasn't picturing a fucking like grand piano. Like, what you're asking.
Well,
like a regular like what you.
well, I
grab.
think I showed you the photo of the piano.
No,
and
you
you're
didn't.
like,
No, you said, "Let's go get him a piano. He wants to learn how to play piano."
Which side note, I did not. I didn't even request a piano.
well, I
Well,
thought
wait,
I'd
hold
try
on.
to push.
Since we're speaking of that piano, I heard you were going to get him piano lessons when we got the piano.
I tried to get him piano lessons. I think we covered
You
this.
got a pervert to even teach him how to
he was gonna send me to a potential pet. I had serious pedophile vibes from this guy.
pedophile. Sounded like a
Yeah, he was literally rubbing on kids'
So,
shoulders.
so I did try
wasn't
to. I
going.
did try to show. I did try to like send him to a. It wasn't a piano school.
So he's trying to
But-
say like Chris Hansen could have.
He wasn't gonna send me to Juilliard.
I wasn't gonna send him to the school of Juilliard.
Send
if
him to
that's what you're
Julian?
asking.
Yeah, he sent me to Julian. Yeah.
From that movie.
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh shit.
No, no,
Boston
no.
Johnny in another year.
Oh shit.
Shoot. Controversy.
That is so.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
So, anyways, Richard has done a lot of traveling throughout the state of Minnesota.
What have you been up to
What's your
since
work,
for
Jay?
COVID?
What kind of dangerous
What have you
thing
been up to with COVID?
COVID?
Yeah, with the
Man,
COVID-19.
you know what? That's a bad thing for a lot of people because family members have died.
Yes.
Honestly, though, I think for the amount of people that have been affected
What's that?
and the amount of people that have contracted and died from it,
I've been tested.
it's bad because somebody's family member had died. But to me, it's not a lot.
It's not. It doesn't seem like
I mean,
it's.
I
a
don't have the
lot.
facts right now, but the last time I checked,
You think maybe it doesn't seem a lot because you weren't.
no, I said
Actually,
it's sad
and-
somebody's family member. But
I'm saying, but how you
Boston
weren't
Johnny can look it
personally
up for us.
affected?
Personally,
Boston Johnny statistics. We need it
Statistics for what?
For COVID-19.
for COVID.
I got checked for that shit and I don't got it. So fuck y'all. niggas.
Yes, somebody at Johnny Boston's work
Johnny
contracted.
Boston's?
Johnny's work contracted it,
She
And-
got that shit from her husband. What the fuck contracted it?
and she
Dumb
went to
bitch
work.
came to work.
And then Johnny, they
she
told
contracted?
John.
You make it sound like she contracted.
yeah, she having a baby or what? She contracted.
Well, she contracted
Dilated at
COVID-19,
9.
and
She sucked her husband's dick and got the COVID.
I don't know what she sucked or what she ate or what she
Hey,
did.
whose man's is that?
But Johnny
That's your-
had to go get
That's
tested.
your son.
And Johnny turned out to be negative, and that's a good thing because I don't know. I mean, that
If I had it, I would give it to you guys.
But the whole thing to me is I had to take Boston Johnny to get tested. It's
yeah. So
they
you
make
had to get
feel
into the
kind
car
of
with
like,
him.
I mean, it is
So
bad.
did you disinfect your car?
but- No, but I should have. Now that I
Now that I think about it,
Did you let him drink off your soda?
Did you smoke
Yeah, because the doctors,
Did you share a certain
recreational
use of? I don't know.
No, but while I was locked up, we might have shared the same
underwear?
person who gave us rides.
Okay. So anyways,
About being locked up, how was that? How was being locked up?
you were
It's
locked
no
up for
good.
quite a bit.
It's no good.
Yeah.
No good.
No good.
No good.
You wouldn't recommend it?
I wouldn't recommend it. Well, it's stupid to me, but there's people. I had to go to jail and to the workhouse, but there's people in there that would say, like, I would rather be in prison. There's more freedom. There's more time to walk around.
Right.
Yeah,
Or,
I'm good. I'm going
Or
to
get
prison.
comfortable. Like, how can you ever really get comfortable? Why would
Being
you want to
locked
get
up, huh?
comfortable?
Yeah.
That mentality of like, man,
Well, comfortable is like, oh man,
Oh man, you
I
know
want
what
to be
sounds
here.
good right now? Being in prison.
you know what sounds good to me right about now is getting comfortable while locked up and having somebody tell me when to get up and when to go to bed.
I'm good on that.
And when
Yeah, I'm good on
counted
that
and-
too.
And the food.
Hey, someone always tells us when to go to bed and when to wake up ourselves.
That is true,
So-
Johnny,
so
but not in the
profound.
sense of being incarcerated. That's kind of a different.
Remember when you got locked up and me and John laughed at you? He called us on the phone. We were laughing like, you dumbass. We laughed. He's like, hey, my dad on the phone. Man, it's not funny, y'all. No, that
on
shit
the
was
run.
funny.
I don't think that.
No.
I don't
Fuck
think
you
that
guys.
would be
I love
funny.
you boys, but fuck, what the fuck?
That's kind of fucked up,
I'll leave
man.
a sign around the oak tree.
He said, I'm locked up. They won't let me out.
They won't.
Taco Tuesday.
That's what you get, dumbass.
So
All
how many
because of a
years were
Taco
you an
Tuesday.
appliance mover, Richard?
Well, it was 7 years.
Would you
Just
ever
till
go back to
recently,
doing that?
and then years before. Would I?
Yeah,
No, it's a young man's thing.
it's a young man's game. Damn.
I mean, walking stairs continuously or carrying something. Like, I don't think a human body is made to carry, let's say,
That's like saying.
600 pounds around every day.
That's
You know,
like
if you add up
saying.
the weight to all the stuff,
That's like saying that the human body is not made to play football.
Shut the fuck
it is. Our heads aren't. They're made for that tackling like that, but our bodies are.
So you think man is meant to play football,
Yeah.
like Gronkowski and all them, and despite
Man is made to be aggressive.
despite
well,
the hits
it's,
that
it's
they
their
take,
physical
Does it really
attributes
matter? They're all
that
taking
allow
growth
that.
hormones.
These guys are 6-something. Basketball
Right.
players 7-something, and they're big. Like LeBron, look at how muscle he has.
so you don't think LeBron like in 20 years gonna have like fucked up knees like Jordan
yeah,
and
he's gonna have a bunch of money though from this.
He probably will, but
He
he'll
probably
be so
will.
well. He'll just probably just put that money in the freezer and then rub it on his knees or something. Like, hey man,
so he'll put his cold cash in the freezer then rub it on his knees and say
Right.
that makes me feel better.
Why do you think that brother had cold cash at home sitting at home, man?
or he'll say, "Kids, go get me some." And
Why do you think LeBron
Okay,
got
Daddy.
cold cash sitting at home?
Hey Johnny, I got a question. What do you think of Cam Newton going to the Patriots?
Oh,
Deal ever.
did he?
are you about to fucking start sucking the Patriots' cock again?
Cam Newton's gonna do it.
Oh god.
So Cam Newton, who couldn't win a
Anyone
fucking
who
That's
wears
where-
a
that's where he
hat,
went?
you can
yeah,
leave.
signed a
where he
1-year
went?
deal.
So Cam Newton, who
For how
couldn't
much?
who couldn't win a playoff game
A lot.
to go to the Super Bowl,
A lot of pennies.
is gonna
He lost his
take the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
No.
Yo, breast up.
You know what? I think the Vikings got a better chance of winning a
I'm about to
Super
Google
Bowl.
what his contract.
Cam
I gotta
Newton.
know.
1-year deal.
Yeah, he got a 1-year deal.
So why
Yeah,
even
but-
sign him for 1 year?
Because they want to see what the guys Bill Belichick ain't about to give you mad money, especially when you're 31.
What's
that's all they
are they
want
trying to
for
find
him.
another franchise quarterback?
Is that what they're trying to do then?
He said he got to find something in the draft. He's like, fuck,
No.
nah, let me see what I got left.
They want a good backup, which is good.
So Cam's gonna be the backup?
Yeah.
Probably.
The backup to
Cam
who?
will probably start
I don't
good
know.
3 years.
Who's gonna be the starter, John?
I think Cam's gonna be the starter. He just
So-
started for 1 year.
Are you gonna follow? Are you gonna follow Brady? Are you gonna be Brady's? Are you
Look at Brady.
are you still Brady's number one?
So can we
fucking
plan on
fan?
seeing John with the Tampa Bay?
Yeah. Are you moving to Tampa Bay? John?
John, are you moving to
Hey,
Tampa?
didn't he try that already? Did he go to Florida?
Yeah, he did.
Johnny,
He went to
Johnny,
Florida
are you gonna go to Florida now?
Yes,
Hey,
bro, you
this
okay.
this dude John went to Florida for a total of 3 hours, guys. It's
And they
crazy.
said, "Hey,
World
man."
record.
Hey man, can I get some money to get
Hey,
back?
and what did he give you before he left?
Oh yeah, you gonna give me his watch saying, "Here, Josh, you can remember me with this." And As soon as this bitch ass got back, he said, "Hey man, you got that watch?" Took that shit back.
Hey,
from
Johnny
me.
said it was a freeze watch.
Yeah.
He said, "Look at Daddy, look at the case."
And I don't even think it worked.
He had it upside down. He said, "Look, it says freeze."
It was a free watch.
Oh man.
But yeah, I don't really think.
What's the showing on there?
But yes,
That's
I
what I'm
am
looking up right
relocating
now.
to Tampa Bay.
But it
Okay,
says
so he's-
incentive laden.
So Brady's going to Tampa. Cam's going to Patriots to New England.
Are you gonna be on
And-
Gronk's dick? There's gonna be a lot of dicks you're on.
Well, they're saying he could be the starter.
Suck dick.
And the Vikings still
Why
got
you like Gronk so much, Josh?
Sabadi.
Sabadi.
Brian Hoyer.
Sabadi.
And the Vikings still got that overpaid honky.
Whoa, I don't think that's
I mean,
politically
look at Brian
correct.
Hoyer. I think Cam Newton's better
The
than
thoughts
Brian
and
Hoyer.
opinions of Jerry do not
think
reflect
what?
my own.
He's better.
Who?
Who is?
Jim Brian Hoyer, Cam Newton?
Cam Newton's his age and the money he wants.
Superman.
That's
I
Nah,
guess.
you still think Cam Newton's a pussy, huh? From that
Cam
Super
Newton is
Bowl.
a pussy.
Hey, this is-
Cam Newton could have got the
Hey,
first
He
down.
does what Mike Vick did when he got right out of jail. Mike Vick would be get a lot of money out of the Patriots.
Hold on, what?
If Cam Newton could do what Mike Vick did when he got out of jail,
What? Go to prison?
no, get
What do you say when he gets out?
Yeah, he said when he gets out.
The Eagles, remember?
But he wasn't starting for the Eagles.
Yeah, but
right away.
he killed right there when he got on the Eagles, though.
Well, yes and no. Yes.
Cause then they
Wildcat formations, he killed it.
Yeah, but then they started.
Because that's all they brought him
in.
in for
Oh
while he
man,
was
Well,
I
see,
think
that's the
I think
bad
when
thing,
LQ
too.
hears this conversation about sports,
when he was second string, he just doing Wildcats. But yeah, I'd say it wasn't just him though. I mean, I think Deshaun Jackson was definitely a factor in that.
Hey, Boston Johnny, don't say nothing bad about the Patriots. Look at. Yeah.
Holy shit!
okay.
He said that wasn't the owner that was at the damn massage parlor.
That's why they kicked your ass in the Super Bowl, John. Fucking bitch.
All right. Well, we like to thank the viewers for tuning in. But again, this is going to be a.
Oh, hold on, man. I'm not done yet. I got something.
Okay.
Hey, man.
Okay.
I want you to tell them how this might be controversial.
Okay.
How is it that you can believe that God made a man and a woman, right? But yet evolution was not real.
Your thoughts on evolution?
God created man. I believe.
You're discrediting science.
You Richard, you discredit
But
science.
who's science? Just like you guys say, the Bible has been written down so many times that people translate it into their oown.
Well, the Bible has
So
been
science,
copied.
what is the documentations or what would that scientists call it? They're at the end of all their studying,
Research? No, what,
the research,
the
or
data?
the data, all the data.
Is it
Well,
data?
it's used-
Is it data or data?
I think
data,
it's
data.
data because it's compiling of a lot of information.
I think I mix it. I think I say both.
You say data?
I think I do say. I say both.
well,
I'll
like
say data or
LQ says,
data.
what tomato, tomato.
That's
Tomato,
a good
tomato,
question there,
yes.
too. Is
So-
it live or is it live?
So you're saying that evolution just could not be real?
But say in two different ways.
I believe we as humans adapt depending on where you live
But
in,
not
in the
evolve.
United States.
I think it evolved for some baby.
Your thinking may evolve.
I think we did evolve for some baby fucking.
That so you believe that we didn't evolve
We had to.
we didn't evolve
From a single
From a
cell
s-
organism.
from monkeys.
Okay, but why? But they also say, they say like we have something with. Because I remember years ago seeing when they made transplants or they grew an ear in the lab, they grew it on a pig, correct?
Right.
So if the pig doesn't have our DNA or our similar,
Their tissue is similar to ours.
They're
but why would
close-
it be able
they're
to
close
grow
relation.
on
yeah,
them?
percentage wise, I believe they're
Why not put it on the
as
monkey?
close to like a monkey
Why not put it on a monkey?
is
then?
to us.
Well,
They sent them to space, right? Did they or did they not? Do they test vaccines, products on them?
Fucking extra
Yeah.
ear out and try to eat it.
yeah, he probably would. I don't know. I guess for me, in your view though, God created man and woman point blank.
I think
There
it
was
evolved.
no.
So you're saying like
Well, you
there
know who
was,
told me this? My
The
grandmother.
So you're saying but they
When I
there
was
was
young.
there was like no dinosaurs or
Yeah, there was dinosaurs.
so you're saying man was walking around with dinosaurs?
Fred Flintstone did exist.
So Fred Flintstone and
Fred Flintstone was out here rocking with dinosaurs? Is that what you're telling me?
Let me think.
Jackson.
Hey, agent, I feel like I'm being attacked. And in Frogtown, that's not good.
So you're fucking telling me
call
here?
911. They hit the one when I tell you.
Call 911.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit the other one when it's ready.
All right.
Well,
So
We didn't solve anything there.
yeah, we didn't solve
I
anything.
believe God created. So then, what do you engineer? What do you believe in first?
Let's ask Google. What does Google believe?
Like, do I believe in God or something? Or do I believe in evolution? I believe in evolution.
Why don't you ask Google?
I believe evolution
So
is real.
if you don't believe God created man, correct? So,
I-
but okay.
Well, we
Is
didn't
God
say
a
we
person?
don't believe. I mean,
to
we-
you
I
guys,
didn't
is
say-
God a person?
Yeah, we're
or
not
what
saying
is
you don't believe. We're
No,
just saying
I don't think God's a person. I think God's a celestial being.
celestial
celestial or
being?
celestial.
Being? And what do you think?
I think God
Celestial.
is. I think God is. Yeah, I think
Did
he's.
God create man?
I don't think he's anything we
This
could
guy's
see or
googling
touch.
it. I think God is like God is not a physical form. He's like an entity.
So can he perform miracles?
Well, no, he
don't
doesn't
know.
perform anything. He's just there. I guess he's there for you to look at, or I guess to look for support in a way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because everyone in different cultures all have a different God. You know,
Correct.
and some people don't even have gods. They just have they have multiple gods. You know, they have multiple deities. So
Oh, like the pagans.
well, not pagans.
That's a deity.
well, a deity is
It's
well,
not.
But
it's
wouldn't
not a
we
pagan,
call
though?
that Satanism?
no, because I think a deity and a pagan. I think
You would. Americans
There's
would.
pagan deities.
right. But are you saying that all deities are pagan?
No, I'm just saying it's like because I said pagan and you said it's not pagans. And I'm
What
saying
Well,
pagans have
fuck is
deities.
it? What is it? DDD?
All right, John.
man, you
as
better
you
ask
can
your-
see, John, it's not your fault why you are the way you are.
Johnny, you didn't tell me you're going to use words, man, that I had to Google before I get on the show.
Fucking fancy. Fucking.
Oh.
They like to explore the ghosts.
Use all those fancy spicing words.
That must be what all these boxes are
Conversation.
in the studio.
Man, those are words
Books?
you use in intelligent conversation,
Nah,
you
that's
idiot.
not-
But who here is
Intellectual.
intelligent enough?
Aye.
Who you know that's intelligent enough to use those?
The one using the word.
I guess Patch's Catering, the CEO of Patch's Catering.
All right, Mio, you're good.
Excuse me for actually reading as a child and taking in information. I'm sorry.
Processing it and having a higher voc.
According to Inca mythology, the creator god Viracocha formed humans from clay on his second attempt at creating living creatures.
So they're fucking Gumby.
Well, no,
Well,
see,
they
that's
said-
the same.
Google said out of
Hold on,
clay.
see what the example that it just gave for the god Corcovado or whatever. But he created man out of clay.
Man, or do we evolve?
He made man out of clay on his second attempt, where they said God made man out of clay out of dirt. So it's how is it two different religion or two different people
Theories?
on two different countries
You know what my thing is, man? All right.
on two different continents? have
Dad,
the same God that-
you're Catholic, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Diehard Catholic. Never
Not
gonna change.
diehard.
Well, I mean, like you're never gonna
Well,
change your
I-
religion.
God, or we evolve?
Well, I've been
Was
a Catholic
growing up,
this long,
I've been
so-
a born
Okay,
again
okay.
Christian.
So this is my thing.
Yeah, it's not like tomorrow I'm gonna become a Hare
Right,
Krishna.
right. So you're Mexican, correct?
Correct.
Well,
Okay.
I wouldn't say he's Mexican. He's
And my father's
Mexican
what?
and-
Although according to Jerry, you're native, which is whatever. That's another story. But
That's for another time. But I did think he was Native American
yeah,
for the longest.
you did.
And he's from Candyland.
So you're Mexican, right? All right.
He's from
So-
Candyland.
You do look like the king out of Canada.
Your ancestors, correct,
fucked
were
up.
indigenous people, right?
The Mayans.
The Aztecs,
Yes,
Mayans,
yes.
whatever.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
with their
raised by the
own
Spaniards, though.
like religion, gods, and everything, and
Right.
whatnot,
Raised by the Spaniards.
right? But yet you're choosing to believe in a religion that we were conquered into believing, is what I'm saying. So who's to say that now you're believing in God when if we were never conquered, we would still be believing in what our ancestors believed in?
And we wouldn't even be here. Because,
Correct. We wouldn't be here doing a podcast
because we wouldn't have been conquered by the conquistadors.
So does that mean being conquered was actually kind of a good thing?
I think that's a good
They died
question.
out, though.
That's
Is
fair.
being conquered a good thing?
I think some
Because-
being conquered is a good thing because it's like you're not forced into
Because if none of
slavery.
this bad shit
Well,
happened,
you had
we
a
would not be
choice.
here. So
Well,
anyway,
it's not like you have a. When you're
Get
getting
on the boat or
conquered,
not get on
there
the
is
boat.
no choice. You're gonna
Yeah,
do what.
there is. You
The,
could got on a boat or you didn't have to get on a boat.
there was no boat.
But I'm just saying, like everyone said everyone got on a boat to get here, right?
Well, I'm just saying,
No.
like the Viking.
We didn't get on.
Yeah, we didn't get
I
on
think
a
I was
boat.
brought here on a waterbed.
Anyway, so as I was saying about you being Catholic and your ancestors,
But that does bring up a good point,
so you're
though.
choosing to believe in.
But hold on, that does bring up a good subject.
Does matter.
Being conquered, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Civilized.
Because
Is
look
that,
at
is that
Might
a
be
question
good
for
or
another
bad.
day?
that is a question for another time.
But what do you think about what I just told you
So be very
On which
good
one?
Which one?
about you believing in the Catholic religion over what?
Jerry.
That
About-
God created man?
Yeah, about how you're choosing to believe in that over what our ancestors would.
How you're choosing to believe
So then how
a
did,
religion
how
that
did,
was forced
how
on
did all
you.
these culture, or how about these, what do they call them, ethnicities?
ethnicities.
Ethnicities? Whatever the
Well,
fuck you want to say it?
sure, whatever.
Well, yeah, these
Where did they all
different.
come from? Everybody evolved? Like that little micro being learned to speak Spanish?
Well, so we all came from Africa, okay, and
Power
as
to the people.
power to the people.
So only that organism was only in Africa?
there was a continent called Pangea, okay, in which everything was
But the
connected.
Europeans, though.
Before
Over
the tectonic
billions
plates.
of years, it has
The
separated
Europeans
into
were
what
the
we
ones
have
that
now.
civilized every kind of
Okay, what do you mean?
Um,
What we
I
have
wouldn't
now?
say
You
the
mean talking like
Europeans.
animal
How,
wise?
no, how we
people-wise?
have different
Earth?
continents,
British
different
did,
continents.
Different continents?
You got a good
So,
point
Because
there.
the weather,
As-
because the
so
weather.
how Africa,
Right.
how Africa is near the
Well, they don't
equator,
speak
it's
English;
hot,
they speak
so it's a
Spanish.
darker. We needed more melanin in
Well-
skin,
They
right?
followed all the British.
To
Well,
to
that's
keep
for
from the
another
sun.
topic with you,
As
Johnny. There.
continents
It
moved
kinda
further
is,
apart, right, and
you know, the British
you have like
did
what, like
pressure
Norway
they
and
made
all those,
concrete
Right.
and shit.
they get the pale skin and everything because the blonder eyes and or bluer eyes, blonder hair,
And
all
the
that.
language.
Well, obviously they developed their own
Well,
language.
the language
It's
has been
how
developed. because
tribes
they're-
develop their own
Yeah,
languages.
because they were tribes.
So you
Then,
think we all started
in
at
the
same
beginning.
time?
correct.
It's the
Yeah.
white
So it
guy.
wasn't like Norway was Norway. Norway
Obviously,
was,
it took a shit ton of-
it took shitload of years because
And
if
I'm
you
not
look-
saying I'm not saying
So
that
cavemen
it's
traveled
like,
as-
I'm not
as-
saying
right. It's
tribes?
kind of like they were like not cavemen.
I'm not saying that
Neanderthals
Pangea when
Neanderthals.
Pangea was there that there was just human beings there. Obviously, it was probably some sort of ape-like creature. How they say Homo sapiens and all
Homo
that.
sapiens that maybe
Neanderthals,
didn't walk
all that
upright.
shit.
Why
and
does
that
it have to be ape-like?
evolution
Well,
turned us
Some
into
people are
man?
1%.
well, what they're really saying also, what he's talking about is that they think mankind is much older than what we think it is because they are still.
There's a book called America Before. I'm trying to think of the author's name. You should read it though.
But what's really crazy though is that how
He's talking about lost
how the
civilizations
new world,
that date back
United
longer
States.
than what
So why they
man
lost,
was previously stated to be.
what happened, they
Oh
failed.
yeah, I believe there
What's
is.
that?
So there's a
Civilizations, right?
civilization.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there were civilizations that for
They
some
just,
reason
they just
crumbled.
found evidence of a civilization that dates back longer than what scientists had said, right?
Well,
That-
in a nutshell, like the Sphinx, they think the Sphinx is older than what they
Yeah.
say it is because they don't think the Egyptians built it, but there was another civilization that built it. And the only reason they based that on, because of science, is because if you look at the erosion on the back of the Sphinx,
be
I guess it's
Egyptians,
textbook erosion. Like there used to be rainfall. Obviously, the desert, it's a desert now. So at one point, there was water, there was rain, it rained there.
and could that be where thoughts of Pangea came from?
And that could be where, because the continent,
Or
maybe-
evidence of showing that maybe?
or maybe evidence that it shows it.
Global
But
warming.
if they look at it, and that's a good example that the erosion on the back of the Sphinx is caused by water. So, is civilization, is man older than what we really think it is? And
I
then the
think it
question
is.
also is then, God, being whoever He is, to other people, is
But
Is there
where
really a-
where was this Sphinx? Where was it? What was it buried in? Does anybody know? Like how deep was it, or was it just on top of the sand? and saying,
no,
"Here I am"?
it goes into the ground. There's
So you tell
So
me-
there could have been
evidence.
water then. Of
They
how
did
deep?
that test to see if there was anything because people believe that there's like a
But, you know, I
vault.
got no
Right,
facts.
and
You
the only
guys are
reason
trying
they-
to school me, educate me, but
well, we're not trying to educate
You want me
we're
to
just-
look it up?
We're just getting
Yeah.
Oh, what do you want me to look up? How-
where was found?
where-
what was found.
How deep was the Sphinx found?
Oh, when they dug it up again?
Yes, because that would explain your water. If it's that deep in the ground, there's going to be some kind of moisture.
Well, there's some kind of moisture, But if you look at the back of the Sphinx, it's eroded in a way. Like if there was water that was drip, like you hear the water outside.
Yeah, so I'm
water
saying, so how
caused
deep
erosion.
it was. You know, they ever watch gold
But
mines
again,
where they show them holes?
sand wouldn't cause the erosion, or what you're saying, it wouldn't be caused by years and years of moisture being built up in the sand, condensation. So if you're thinking that condensation underneath the dirt is what caused the erosion, I don't know. Maybe you could be correct. I mean, that's
Maybe it's
always
very
a possibility.
deep enough.
So what are they trying to hide?
I don't know if that.
What the Egyptians trying to hide?
So you
Well,
think
I don't
a
know what-
desert is, once it's a desert, it stays a desert? There's never no rain that comes
Well, I
through
don't know.
there?
I mean, is
I'm not seeing how deep the Sphinx was when they
is
uncovered
so
it,
you're
but-
saying once
Look
a
at the
desert, is it
Serengeti.
always
It's
a
the desert, right? And then when it has its rain things,
I think
it,
you have to
Well, is Death Valley a desert?
So is it
Is
really?
Death Valley a desert?
Yeah.
But what I
Does it
was
rain
gonna
in
say,
Death Valley?
what I was gonna say that is that
You don't know.
They,
I mean, they
they-
call it Death Valley for a reason.
they ran scans of the Sphinx because people
Very
believe there's a vault under
Not
there,
very often.
and it shows that there is a hollow like tomb-like thing
Right.
underneath it,
It's a downpour
except
when it
for
does.
the
It's a doozy.
country of
It's a
Egypt
doozy when it does.
isn't allowing anybody access to actually investigate
Get
underneath
twisted.
it
Because they don't want nobody to
Doozy when
disturb
it
it.
to know
Just
what's
like
in
no,
there.
because-
I
many
think the
people
real
think the
tomb
answers-
of okay, I'll say Jesus or God, Jesus, right?
Mm-hmm.
The real tomb. I don't think they would want anybody to know where the real tomb was,
Why
So then
would
you-
you?
do you
because
believe
they
that
can they
the-
can say decoy. Okay, that's his tomb,
That's where they
but they
are.
keep all the real stuff over here preserved.
Do you believe the Shroud of Turin is real?
No, I think it's fake.
You think that's just bullshit?
What that his
I think
face
both-
looks like? That his imprints on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I
it
think
was
that Shrouded
So do
Turin
you-
is
do
the
you
way he
fake.
was mummified. The wraps.
Do you think?
Oh,
Do you think Jesus
speaking of
was
stink.
pungent?
Oh, you said thing.
Pungent.
Oh, pungent.
Do you think that?
No, you said that.
Do you think that Jesus was a white male, being based
I don't
off
think
where
he
he was
was
supposed
white
to be from?
because
So you think he had
there was
black
no
hair, brown skin?
sunblock and there was he lived in the desert.
So you
know
don't
what I
think
mean?
you put
But-
coconut oil?
But maybe his skin learned to
But
evolve
But yet
to where it got darker.
that's another thing your religion forces you to think.
I
though,
don't
isn't
believe
it?
he's a blue-eyed white
Hey
Jesus.
man, I believe Jesus was a blue-eyed, blonde-haired guy
No.
Not
that
to be-
sang in Jesus Christ
Hold on.
Where he came
Superstar.
from, he
Not to
couldn't.
be controversial, but Jerry said Jesus was a bum.
Jesus was a bum.
I think Jesus was like a
Jesus,
dude.
hey man,
Well, he
Jesus
traveled.
had no job.
He did
no,
travel.
No forwarding address.
Right.
He had no residency.
Church paid for everything.
What do you mean? There was no church then at the time.
He survived off
But I'm just
donations.
saying,
They'd be-
Jesus had no job,
Shelter,
had one
food.
set of clothing.
Your homie doesn't turn your
You
back
know,
on you.
How do you know he had one set of clothing?
Well, because in every photo and every description, it didn't sound like he had a backpack.
Maybe there was no
And then-
fashion designer back there. There was no Versace. Or,
He didn't have he didn't have a bugging out bag or nothing.
No, like he didn't have whatever you call that out, a bugging out bag.
He didn't have a
It sounded
stylist.
like Jesus had one set of clothing, one set of smocks, or flip flops, or sandals.
What if his boy carried
Jesus went to other people's houses to eat, bathe, and
Now
chill
did.
out at. And
did,
in today's terms, what do you call that?
A good house guest?
No, you call that a bum, right?
Call that all?
that's what you call him. Me.
For today's blasphemous, I guess that's
Yeah.
it.
For today's blasphemy,
You can call that an uncle.
brought to you by your one and only,
Insightful
Right.
buffoons.
and some insightful buffoonery there.
Hey, if he ever asks me to help him, I'm gonna say, call Jesus.
Oh,
was
look at
that?
we got another guest.
What was that question?
This
we're gonna
is
say
Lord
for another day?
Meowington. This looks like Lord Meowington made an
Who apparently
appearance.
doesn't give a fuck about filming.
Yeah.
What, if
Come on.
Jesus
What was the
like
other
that?
what's the question we're gonna say for another day? The
Come on.
is being conquered a good thing?
Yeah. So the other question or the other topic we have for next time with Boston Johnny here,
And
or
whoever
Gaza
else-
Strip Johnny,
Whoever
is-
else we can get
or
to
whoever
show
else
up.
we can get to. Okay, so then like we said next time, Richard,
How we were cut off from the kitty.
we got cut off because of fucking
Technical
Lord
difficulties.
Meowington.
Fucking cat.
But Richard, we do appreciate you being a guest.
Yes,
Again,
problem.
that catering was brought to you by who?
Patches Catering.
Yeah, so Patches Catering. That's food that's so good. What, Richard?
Make you want to slap your mama.
Or choke your old lady. So again, if you're ever in town,
Stand behind that one.
touch base with Patches O'Reilly's Catering. Give him a Yelp.
Houlihan.
Oh, Patrick's O'Houlihan's Catering. So
all right.
give the guy a Yelp, and then until next time,
Oh, don't forget to, what do you do? Like and subscribe.
yes. So if you like this, subscribe and check out the links below.
Hey, what does he got in his
Fuck the
hand? What is that
links.
little thing?
Wait, what links are you putting?
I don't know, man. Maybe I will put a link. But again,
The only guy I know that has like them little, what are they called? Vienna sausages? That's what he was using when he was doing.
if you
Yeah,
like the
look at-
sausage, the little smokies,
Little
there's a
smokies.
link down there.
Waiting for his fat dog to do a trick.
He's creating an OnlyFans.com.
OnlyFans. But again, until next time, Insightful Buffoonery, we're out.
We're out, man. Thanks.
Thank you.